So in today's video, we're going to teach you guys how to trade on Eafc in October. So just before the video does start, a quick little ad on a trading service I offer over on Twitch for the cheapest trading guides out there for just £4, €4, all free with Amazon Prime. You'll receive daily trading and investing guides covering PlayStation, Xbox and PC with an array of methods covering all budgets. And I've been trading for over 10 years, making over 100 million in multiple different FIFAs, and now for the last 4 years I've made 10 million coins in just the first month. So in today's video we are going to be walking through an updated version of the best possible trading methods you guys can go and do in October. We're going to be covering all budgets. We're also going to be covering if you need to trade on the web app and companion app, and then also finally covering if you need to trade on PC. So without further ado, let's get underway with the trading method. Now, by no surprise, the trading method we're going to be teaching you guys is going to be shadow trading, but I'm going to keep it nice and updated for you guys, just to make sure you don't miss the most efficient way of doing it. So first of all, what we're going to do is we are going to explain what we're doing. Basically, shadow chemicals are so expensive that on certain players, these can add about 2 to 3k value on players. So because they can add about 2 to 3k value on players, if we can get players for no more than 1k more than they are without a shadow, then they're pretty good. So there's a few updates to this method. One of the first things is that you're going to avoid centre backs. Now, it's crazy to say, but 1 week into the game, we already have too many centre backs with shadow. Because we have too many centre backs with shadow, how I was saying earlier that there's a 2 to 3k difference between a player with and without a shadow, that doesn't occur for centre backs due to oversaturation. You also have to be a little bit careful with CDMs and centre mids because some of these cards are also a little bit oversaturated, but at the end of the day you will just learn as you go. So first off, this is how you go and snipe on console, and I wouldn't recommend on PC. This is how I'd go and get these deals on console. What you're going to do is you're going to go shadow. You're going to first off find out what price are these cards instantly sniped. Now the reason we do this is because we don't want to go and fight bots. If we're fighting against bots, well then, you're kind of wasting time. So the price of these cards that instantly sniped is 1.4k, which means what you're going to do is you're going to set the minimum buy now to 1.5k. This means that again, you're not going to have to try and snipe people botting because again, you're basically just wasting your time. That's the first update from last month. Now the second update is, this is actually normal. No, the second update is that you're going to put maximum buy now 5k. Now the reason you're going to put maximum buy now 5k is because probably for the next month the market is going to do nothing but drop. They may say, well damn, the market's really dropped a fair bit already. Well, there's a lot of players still where there's money for them to drop. For example, we could look at the likes of Tuchemeni, if you can pop up. And Tuchemeni should, if I'm not wrong, if we go to graph, be basically dropping every day. And because he's dropping every day, we don't want to go and pick him up with a shadow, because if we go and pick him up with a shadow, let's say for 7k, and he's selling for like 8.5, if we don't sell him within maybe 12 hours, his card could have dropped a k or two. So the second thing we'll do is going to put maximum buy now 5k to make sure we don't get caught out with cards dropping. And then all we're going to do is we're then going to go and, we're then going to put our maximum bid to 1k. Now this number is going to change, it's not going to stay at 1k. Because what we're going to do is going to search, and as long as there is no more than one card over the hour, we're going to increase it. So it starts at 1k, we'll then up it to 1.1k. Now annoyingly, I am going to have to change back to shadow every time. And what we're going to do is, again, we're going to keep on increasing it as long as there is no more than one. So you can have one or none, but we want it to be as high as possible. So 1.1k works. Let's go and up it to 1.4k. So we're going to go shadow, 1.4k. How many cards are over the hour? There's just too many cards over the hour, so I'll have to lower it down to 1.3k. And then if 1.3k works, because we know 1.4k doesn't, shadow 1.3k. And then again, no cards over the hour, perfect. So again, we want the highest number without there being one or none. Once you've got this filter in, you're then going to press compare price back out. What compare price back out is going to do is it's basically going to refresh the market as long as there's no more than one card over the hour. Now remember at the beginning I said we're not looking for centre backs, so just bear that in mind. So what we're going to be looking for is we're going to look for left backs, right backs, left wing backs, right wing backs, CDMs, centre mids, and the odd left and right mid and cam, depending on the defensive stats. And basically we're going to look to pay nothing more than 1k more for the cards than they are with a shadow than they are without a shadow. So we get to right here to Enzo Fernandez. So do I know that this is a deal? Not off the top of my head. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to head over to Footbin. Where's like Enzo Fernandez is, and Enzo Fernandez is 2.4k without a shadow. So 3k with a shadow is only 600 coins more with a shadow than he is without a shadow, and we'll pay up to 1k more. Now there is a chance that this card is not a good deal because again I'm relatively fresh into the market and not too up to date. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go and search how much Enzo Fernandez is without with a shadow. And again, there is a chance that he is literally 3.5k because Enzo Fernandez can be a very popular card and therefore oversaturated. But let's have a little look. So Enzo Fernandez with a shadow. There you go. So at least 3.5. So we picked this card up for 3. Now, when it comes to listing, if you need your coins instantly, let's say you're under 50k, you're probably going to go and sell for the cheapest on the market. So we would have probably gone and sold that card for 3.2k. We wouldn't have really made any crazy money, but we would have learned that Enzo Fernandez sells for 3.2k. Now, if I'm in no hurry to sell the card, let's say again I want 300k, what I can then do is go and sell for the second or third cheapest on the market. So we can see that there's one there at 4, one there at 4, one there at 4. And what I would do is I'd go and list for 3.9, because despite it not being the cheapest, eventually what will happen is this card will get bought, this card will get bought, and this card will get bought, and then mine's the cheapest on the market for 3.9. Now hopefully you can see there is a significant difference between selling for the cheapest and near instantly selling it, and then selling for, let's say, the second or third cheapest. You know, I'm making myself arguably 7-8 times the profit, aka making myself 700 coins on the card rather than probably even like breaking even or whatever. But what I also do is by flipping this card is learn how much it sells for. I now know that Enzo Fernandez sells at 3.9, so if an Enzo Fernandez pops up again, you know, let's say 2.9 or below, I'm not going to have to go and check the price because I know how much he is. So basically the method becomes more and more efficient the longer you do it, because the longer you do it, the more players' prices you learn. And that's basically the sniping way. Now the next way is to go and do this with, is to now go and do it if you're on the web app. If you're on the web app, let's say you've got really slow internet and you can't snipe anything, if you may be sniping and you're giving up, then what you can do is you can go and do the slow way of doing it. Now the slow way of doing this method is going minimum buy now 1.5, because again we don't want to deal with bots. We're then going to go buy now 5k. And what we're going to do is we're going to alternate between the position of right wing back, left wing back, CDM, right mid, centre mid, left mid, cam. Again, remember on right mid, left mid, cam, you're literally looking for any players basically with 70 plus defending. We're talking players like Cuadrado, players like Pellegrini, players like that. So go right back, we're going to go shadow. But again, the thing with this method is you kind of just learn as you go. So what do we have here? We're going to go shadow because Catalyst is worthless. There's some really good right backs. Klaus works really well, Dumfries works really well. Let's have a little look what we have here, see if there's anything that piques my appetite. Frankowski, I mean, just by searching this on the market, I can actually see that the cheapest Frankowski is 2.5 and the next cheapest is 4.5. But again, we do apply the logic of we only really want to pay 1k more than they are without a shadow, which means in reality I'd only pay 1.7 for Frankowski. So leave that there. Then what we do is we go right back, and what you're going to do is you're just going to scroll to the 59th minute each time. Scrolling to the 59th minute shouldn't take anything more than, let's say, about 30 pages. So it shouldn't be bad. And then if you're on the web app, you can get to the 30th page very, very easily. See if there's anything that I know is a deal. So obviously, because I've been doing this method for a while, I kind of know pretty well what I can sell on and what I can't sell on. But again, it's part of the learning curve. So is there anything good right here? Not really. Like Wan-Bissaka is 3.5, but there's no money on 3.2. You're ideally looking to make basically 700-800 coins per card. So again, I'd then go into left back, then left wing back, CDM, right mid, centre mid, left mid, cam. See if there is any good right mids. Again, predominantly it is only Cuadrado. Let's have a little look if we got anything good. Cuadrado 4.9. So for example, I know Cuadrado sells at 4.2. So what I'm doing right now is just scouring the market, seeing are there any that want to pop up for 3.2 and below, because then I'd make at least 800 coins a card. The answer to that is no. So we're not going to get anything there. So again, now what I do is I just go and put this filter in, right mid to centre mid to left mid to cam, CDM. Just basically every defensive position past centre mid. Now again, when it comes to listing, the exact same thing. If you're, let's say, under 50k, then you're going to go and sell for the cheapest. If you're on 100, 200, you're then going to sell for the third, fourth or fifth cheapest, just because again you should be in no hurry for the coins. For those that are interested, I made over 1 million coins in about 5 days of doing this method. So just show you there is a lot of coins in this, and basically all my coins have come from shadow trading because well, I stream all day. So shadow method. Alright, so the last one is going to be for my guys on PC. So how you do this on PC, because you have next to no cards on the market, you can actually cast your net a lot larger. So on console, obviously you have to go left back, right back, centre back. But on PC, because there are so little cards, you can literally just go with this filter right here. You go rare gold shadow, and you can just search this. You're looking at all defenders and all midfielders. Now obviously we can't do this on console because people actually play on this console. But because no one plays on PC and there's 1/10 of the market, rather the 10th minute taking me to 2 minutes, the 10th minute will take you to 20 minutes and 30 minutes. So it'll only take you about 20 to 30 pages to scroll to 59th minute. And you guys are going to apply the exact same logic. You're going to pay 1k more for anyone with a shadow, than you are without a shadow. And then you're going to go and sell for the cheapest if you need coins, and if you don't need coins, probably second or third cheapest. I'd say that is about it. To quote, I guess, our Blue Peter Art Attack, here are a bunch of cards I did go and sell earlier with a shadow. It is a very efficient method. I could not recommend it anymore. And that's how you can do it all on all budgets. But thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.